Pistons Live is brought to you by Cure Auto Insurance. A good game, and there will be another one on Sunday. We're not sure if Malik Beasley and Giannis Antetokounmpo will be seeing eye to eye by then, the two former teammates. Not quite getting along towards the end of this game. Giannis trying to poke the bear a little bit, and I guess the Bucks can smile as they walk off the floor for the hard-fought victory here tonight. Thanks for staying with us for Pistons Live at the Cure Auto Insurance Desk alongside Grant Long. I'm Mickey York. Pistons gave every effort to move up. They would need to have won both of these games with the Bucks in order to do so. But look, it's set now, and there will be one more game left to play on Sunday. Who knows what that will exactly look like? I would expect with everybody kind of knowing where they're going and what they'll be doing in the postseason, it won't be as competitive of a game as we saw here tonight, Grant.
Yeah, I think everybody will be on health alert on that last game, just trying to make sure no one gets hurt. Surely you want to keep yourself in a rhythm, so you're going to play your starters. How many minutes everybody will get, obviously, is still undetermined. But I think because of what the seating is, and it's pretty much locked in, that there will be some adjustments in the rotation. But as far as tonight's game is concerned, I thought the Pistons played almost to their typical brand of basketball. They were physical. They executed offensively. The only sore spot from the Pistons tonight is their atrocious free throw shooting.
Yeah.
I think if they get better, if they shoot better than 50%, it's a ball game in the fourth quarter. We talked to Marcus Johnson, the analyst for the Milwaukee Bucks, before the game, Greg, and he talked about Giannis taking on sort of a new role. He said he and Doc Rivers kind of got together and said he's going to have to be more of an empowering player. And what he meant by that was he's going to have to empower his teammates to get and start looking for their offense. And we saw a lot of that tonight. How does that help them moving forward, that everybody is kind of empowered to look for their offense, Greg?
Well, that should be the case all the time. I mean, you went and got all these guys because you needed to loosen the defense up on Giannis. And when teams load up on him like they're going to do, he's got to be able to have credible outlets where he can toss the basketball and they can get a positive response. Tonight, the Bucks were 17 of 39 from three-point land. That's really good three-point shooting. And Giannis was able to pick up a lot of his 11 assists in the game. 15 assists in the game. Triple-double tonight, guys. Yeah, triple-double. A massive one, too.
And look, who knows if these guys are even going to play on Sunday, but that was a little interesting twist of fate as we went down the stretch here tonight, Greg.
I don't know that Beasley was so he's taunting Beasley, his former teammate, and Beasley not wanting to have much to do with it. But here's where I think Beasley was most upset with. When Giannis blocked that shot, his follow-through went right down Beasley's face. So Beasley's probably saying, you hit me in the face, and that sort of thing. But he's just getting the last laugh. He's taunting his guy, and that happens a lot out on the floor. I don't have a problem with any of that. You know, we've all been on the giving and receiving end of that. Grant, I'm sure, can attest. But it was probably the fact that there was some contact to the face, and Beasley and his team lost the game, which you're most upset about.
You know, I'm glad you said that, Greg, because there was much to do about nothing. Like you said, Beasley's been on the giving end of the shimmy shake so much this season. He finally got the receiving end of it. You can't be upset with Giannis for doing that. It is what it is. It's gamesmanship. They were former teammates. Again, I think if they weren't former teammates, it might be a little more something to it. But the fact that they were teammates not too long ago, it's water under the bridge. It really is.
It won't be to anyone's surprise that J.B. Bickerstaff discussed defense in his postgame comments.
JB, obviously a great game from a standpoint of, both teams coming at each other. You played to the end. Did you see the necessary level of fight that you wanted to see tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Our guys brought it. I thought we played a good game. We had moments at the end where we had opportunities to cut the lead, hold a lead at one point. But our guys competed their tails off. They did the things that we asked them to do. We played a game against a good team, with a really, elite player. And they figured out to make a few more plays than we did.
I know you've obviously faced him, and you've had to cover him and other stops along your way. But with a guy like Giannis, knowing that you're going to face these guys in 36 hours or something like that, do you learn anything about trying to keep him off the line, like maybe some adjustments or whatever, some tendencies to try to keep him from doing what he – I already know the answer, but Maybe.
Next question, please. Anybody else?
Just one more.
Go for it.
So, is there some, I guess, is it nice knowing that you've got one more to go, but knowing that basically at this point you've locked in the 6 and just kind of knowing that whatever's going to come on Sunday, we'll ask you about it obviously on Sunday, but is there some comfort in knowing kind of what the future looks like?
I mean, it helps you prepare. Obviously, when you're locked into your seating, now where your focus can lie. So, all of our advanced stuff, all of our preparation, it gives us an opportunity to start digging into it now, instead of, coming down to the last season when there's so many options and you have to do so many different things. So it'll be helpful for that. Yeah.
Obviously, tonight was the home finale, just to see kind of the evolution of the crowd this season, as the team stacked wins. Just what has that been like to just kind of see how the city has embraced this team? I
mean, it's what we do it for, right? Like there's a connectedness from the team to the fan base, that you want the fans to be proud of. People are willing to pay their hard-earned money, to come watch, to support, take their time to watch it on TV. Like we don't take that for granted. People could be doing anything else in the world, right? But they choose to be here with us. And that's huge for us. And again, to see it from, and I'll go back to this for as long as I'm here, being booed with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go in a preseason game, in our very first preseason game against this team, to where it is right now. You know what I mean? Like it just shows the love, it shows the support, and it shows the passion of this fan base, when the team is playing the way that our guys play. And I think it's a mutual respect. I feel like, walking around town, you hear people talking about just how gritty, how tough, this team is, how much fun they are to watch. And our guys feel the same way about our fans. They're appreciative and extremely grateful.
Outside of the score sheet, I'm curious, without Stu, how you feel your team covered defensively and what you can take with a quick another opponent matchup coming up.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did a good job for the most part. We gave up a few too many threes, uncontested threes where we were a little bit late on rotations and stuff like that. But for the most part, I think, we executed the game plan well, and we put ourselves in position, and guys competed on that end of the floor.
We saw Jaden Ivey on the bench. Obviously was cleared for, medical or basketball activity. How has the team been embracing him during his recovery?
It's one of the most difficult things that you can go through, right? An injury, but one that lasts that long for sure. We're all used to being part of a team. And when you deal with those injuries, like you start to become isolated or feel isolated because you're not on as many road trips, you're not at practice and all those things. But J.I.'s teammates love him. And, whether it's text messages, phone calls, hugs, whatever it may be, every time he's around, they make sure to engage him and let him know that he's still a part of what we're doing, and let him know that he's missed. Thank you.
Yeah, besides the numbers, probably his best game since he's come back. And I say that because he was all over the place. He got his shots, got to his spots on the floor. He delivered the ball in timely fashions to his open teammates. He had a very good pulse on this game. Look at this one right here. Single coverage, but he still finds a cutting Asar Thompson. He wasn't even looking to score because he knew there was some movement away from the ball. Finds Duran near the basket, keeping his eyes peeled, head on a swivel, just to make his teammates get their good looks and their bevy of shots. And then he starts to turn it on for himself. This is what I mean. Probably his best game since he's come back from the injury. The fact that he was, again, scoring near the basket. I said it earlier on that Cade is one of the top 10 scorers in the NBA, yet he only utilizes 2 3-point makes per game to get that number up beyond 24 points a game. So I like his efficiency. I like his drive to the basket, and he's got a really outstanding mid-range game.
He looks like he's ready for his first playoff appearance. Are the Pistons ready to go? Still one more game to be played Sunday in Milwaukee. Cade sharing his thoughts on tonight's effort as we take you back down to the podium for his post-game press conference presented by Cure Auto Insurance.
Cade, I know speaking with you last night, obviously, you guys win the ball game and the building was juiced. Tonight still, I know you know this, but, like when you turn around and hit a big shot and you hold up your uniform with Detroit on it, for playing for the last time here in the regular season, just with the outpouring of support you've seen over the last couple of nights, have you let it kind of sink in about how special it is that you guys are now a legitimate playoff team, and the next time you play in front of these guys, it'll be where you want to be?
Yeah, it is special for us. We're all, we all feel great about the fact that we've done what we've done this year. For the city, I think, that's the main thing is bringing playoff basketball back to Detroit. I think we all feel great about that. We're super happy for the city and for the fan base. We're not satisfied at all, though. I've said it before. We're still hungry. We want to go win this first round. So that's where our focus is right now. And, I think the energy in there has been amazing, but I still don't think that's going to compare to what the playoffs are going to be like. So I'm excited to see that for sure.
And just for you guys collectively as a team, to face a team like what's going to be the 3-seeded Knicks, and now you get 2 against Milwaukee's the 5 seed, to be able to finish your regular season tune-ups, I guess you could call it, to be playing against that caliber of opponent as you ramp up for the postseason, how valuable is that for a group to understand what it's going to take the next step?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, they have guys that have been there before. They have champions on that team. So, to be able to go up against them right now to prepare for the playoffs is great for us. And, we're just trying to learn as much as we can each game to prepare us for that and to, hopefully get us, where we need to be to win this first series.
Obviously, his team knew it was going to be in the postseason, but to officially lock up the 6th seed after tonight kind of gives you an idea of what next week's going to look like. Is there anything there, just maybe from, hey, we finally got to this point and now we can begin to look and see what that matchup looks like?
Yeah, definitely. Even, yesterday, just trying to understand the team as best we can, understand what our strengths are against them. We've been preparing for it. Of course, our staff has been preparing all year for this because this is what we set out to do was find our way into the playoffs. So to be here now is a great feeling, like I said. But now the real grind starts, and we gotta strap up, be ready, and we will be.
Cade, can you take a moment just to reflect on how far this team has come in a year from Tom's expensive decision to get rid of Monty, and then boom, 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 all the dominoes that have fallen to be where you are now?
Yeah, it's a lot to reflect on. It feels like it's been, a 2-3 year thing, you know what I'm saying? But for us to have done it so quickly, I think it's just a testament to the group of people that we brought in to the building, from staff to coach staff to, obviously trades and, our vets on the team. Like, there's been so many people that have come in and made it such a positive impact on the building. And so, the guys that have been around, we're super thankful for that. And, the chip that last year put on our shoulder, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody understands that and wants to, wanted to come in and make a change. So, like I said, I can say it again. We feel great for the city to have, put ourselves in position we're in now. And now it's about, working our way and trying to find ways to win the championship.
Yeah, they have come a long way. They're not done because this is what lies ahead, a first-round playoff matchup with the New York Knicks. The consensus seemed to be this was the matchup the Pistons wanted, I think based mostly on the fact that they won 3 of the 4 meetings head-to-head this season, Grant.
I'm not going to dismiss what I just heard. I heard championship come out of the mouth of Cade Cunningham. Boy, I love his attitude. Let's get it on. Let's get ready.
That's the goal, right? That's where you want to go. Yeah.
But he's ready to go right now. And I like that. And the way that he played tonight suggests that he is ready to go. Listen, head to head, we understand what happened in the regular season, and I'll say it because I've said it before. I know it's a different season when the postseason starts, but as the winning team throughout the regular season, there is a certain edge that you have by beating your opponent, whether it's regular season or not. I don't care. You can't dismiss that, Nick. You have a slight advantage on the fact that you beat the Knicks 3 times this year.
The Pistons know that, and more importantly, so do the Knicks. That's the matchup. We don't know exactly when yet, but we'll soon find out. All right, now more to come following the Pistons' 125-119 loss to the Bucks. We'll hear from Pistons owner Tom Gores, his thoughts on the season when Pistons Live continues.
it's gratifying to see this kind of basketball, with really good basketball going on in physicality, but that's part of the game. You know, basketball is a contact sport, so it's part of the game. So that's what I'm proud of. And actually, we've talked to the guys. You don't have to mimic anybody other than yourself. You know, just be yourself, and they're doing it. Honestly, it's a little emotional, understanding what it's taken our team, our city to get here. And for our men, you know, our players have done this all. So I feel really lucky to have those young men. And so it means a lot. But we're not done. You know, the story just started. You know, we started with a no-limits attitude and urgency. And that's what these guys have done.
And they will need to continue to display that as they reach the postseason. There's one to go. We'll look ahead to Sunday's regular season finale with Milwaukee, and we'll take a peek at that playoff matchup that is now set between the Pistons and the Knickerbockers when Pistons Live continues. They made their final trip there during the regular season tonight against Milwaukee. They will now head to Milwaukee to face the Bucks in the regular season finale on Sunday. It's a 1 o'clock tip. Pistons Live begins our coverage at 12:30. That game really doesn't matter now to either team because the playoffs are locked in the East. It is the Pistons and the Knicks. It's going to start in New York. We know that, but we don't know which day. It'll either be Saturday, March 19th, or Sunday, March 20th, which also happens to be Easter Sunday, or April. I'm sorry. I forgot what month we're in. April. So, yeah, don't geez. If we're going back to March, we're in trouble. It is April. Yeah, it's April 19th or April 20th, which is Sunday.
Well, you know, here's the thing. Vinny Goodwill said this, too, a couple of days ago, that I'm believing it'll be on Sunday. This Eastern Conference matchup, whether it's Pistons or Knicks and Milwaukee, this must-see television. These are going to be some very, very good competitive games, and I think the Pistons will be on Sunday in prime time.
Well, and we will have that first-round playoff coverage for you here on FanDuel Sports Network as well. Once again, the final here tonight, the Bucks 125, the Pistons 119. The Pistons locked into 6. They'll see the Knicks in the first round, and the Bucks again on Sunday to wrap up the regular season. For all of us here at FanDuel Sports Network, thanks for watching. Good night, kids.
And good night, Romulus.